It's a strange thing, isn't it, that the very heart meant to heal others often ends up bruised. We are taught from childhood that kindness is a virtue, a light to be carried into a dark world. But no one warns us what happens when that light is mistaken for weakness. When your gentleness becomes an invitation for others to take rather than to give, kindness without boundaries invites misuse. True kindness does not mean saying yes to everything. It means understanding when to give and when to hold back. There is a quiet strength in restraint, though the world rarely teaches it. Too often, we believe that to be kind is to be endlessly available, endlessly forgiving, endlessly patient. But when compassion lacks structure, it becomes self-betrayal. What once came from love begins to come from fear, fear of disappointing others, fear of being misunderstood, fear of being seen as unkind. The truth is, unchecked kindness is not virtue, it's erosion. Every time you say yes when your heart is weary, you chip away at your own worth. You teach others how to treat you, not through your intentions, but through your boundaries. And when you allow kindness to stretch beyond what is healthy, people start to mistake your warmth for weakness. They assume your silence means approval, your patience means permission, and your generosity means obligation. Goodness, when misused, loses its purity. Even light, without a lamp to contain it, blinds rather than illuminates. The same is true of kindness. It needs direction. It needs the courage to say no. There's a difference between helping someone grow and allowing them to drain you. The kindest act you can sometimes offer is accountability, a gentle refusal, a reminder that love does not excuse poor behavior. Boundaries do not make you less compassionate. They make your compassion more truthful. They ensure that your kindness flows from clarity, not guilt. They protect what is sacred in you, so that your giving remains genuine, not forced. You cannot pour healing into others while bleeding yourself dry. So, if you've ever felt disrespected for being kind, remember this. The issue was never your heart, but your limits. A pure heart needs a strong spine to stand behind it. It is not cruelty to draw a line, it is wisdom. Because only when kindness learns to say no, can it continue to say yes with meaning, and that, perhaps, is the highest form of love, the kind that protects both others and yourself. People respect what they can't easily control. It's a truth many learn the hard way, that endless giving does not earn deeper appreciation. It often invites quiet disregard. When you constantly bend to please others, they stop seeing your heart and start seeing your availability. What once felt like love becomes expectation, and what once was effort becomes routine in their eyes. People grow used to your generosity, your patience, your willingness to always understand, and in doing so, they begin to forget that it costs you something to be that way. Respect is not built on how much you do for others. It's built on how clearly you communicate your value. When you protect your time, your energy, and your dignity, you remind people that your kindness is a choice, not a weakness. You cannot be respected by those who believe they can shape you at their convenience. There must be a line, gently but firmly drawn, not to keep others out, but to keep yourself whole. There's a quiet power in saying no without guilt, in stepping back without bitterness, in refusing to prove your worth through overextension. People may resist it at first, especially those who have grown comfortable with your compliance. But soon they begin to see something different in you, not arrogance, but assurance, not pride, but self-respect, and that changes everything. When you stop trying to be endlessly accessible, your presence becomes more meaningful. When you stop explaining yourself to everyone, your words carry more weight. When you stop giving pieces of yourself to keep others happy, you reclaim your wholeness. The paradox is simple. The less you allow others to control you, the more they begin to truly value you. So stop apologizing for setting standards. Stop lowering your boundaries just to make others comfortable. You are not here to be agreeable at the cost of your self-worth. You are here to live with intention, to give freely, but not foolishly. Because real respect isn't demanded, and it isn't begged for. It's earned through consistency, through quiet strength, through the steady message that your kindness is abundant, but not limitless. Love and firmness must walk hand in hand. Real love is not soft in every season. Sometimes it must be steady, unshaken, and even a little stern. Gentleness is not weakness. It's strength under control. Anyone can lash out, give in, or walk away, but it takes deep inner power to stay grounded, to speak truth kindly, and to hold your ground when it would be easier to stay silent. The most loving people are not those who let everything slide. They are the ones who care enough to confront, to correct, and to protect what matters, even when it costs them comfort. There's a misunderstanding in our world today that love must always feel pleasant, that to be kind means to never say no, never disagree, never challenge. But that kind of love is shallow. It soothes in the moment and destroys in the long run. Love without firmness becomes indulgence, and firmness without love becomes cruelty. The balance of both is where true character lives. To love someone genuinely is to want their best, even if they don't see it yet. It means setting boundaries not to punish, but to preserve. It means having the courage to walk away from relationships that drain your peace, even if your heart still cares. It means being brave enough to speak truth, even when that truth might disappoint or distance someone you wish to please. Firmness gives love its integrity. It tells the world, my compassion has depth, but it also has direction. It's easy to confuse silence with peace, but real peace often begins with an uncomfortable conversation. And it's easy to confuse forgiveness with tolerance, but true forgiveness does not require you to keep allowing the same hurt. So let your heart be soft enough to love, but strong enough to lead. Let your words carry kindness, but never at the expense of truth. Because love without boundaries loses its meaning, and firmness without warmth loses its soul. When the two walk together, they create something rare, a love that uplifts, a kindness that commands respect, and a presence that cannot be manipulated. That's not coldness, that's maturity, the kind of strength that keeps your heart pure without letting it be trampled. Protecting your peace is an act of wisdom, not selfishness. The world often tells you that to be good, you must be endlessly available, always listening, always giving, always showing up, no matter how drained you feel inside. But that's not kindness, that's depletion dressed as duty. You cannot pour light into others when your own flame is flickering. You cannot heal a world that keeps taking from your cup. Refill it, guard it, because when you protect your peace, you protect the source from which your goodness flows. It takes courage to step back, to rest, to say, not today. The world glorifies hustle and sacrifice, yet forgets that even the strongest hearts need stillness. Peace is not found in chaos. It's built in quiet moments where you allow yourself to breathe, to think, to simply be. Those moments are not wasted. They are where clarity lives. They are where your spirit regains strength to face the noise again. Protecting your peace means knowing what deserves your energy and what doesn't. It means learning that not every battle is yours to fight, not every call is yours to answer, not every person deserves unlimited access to your mind and heart. You are allowed to distance yourself from people or situations that drain your joy. You are allowed to choose calm over chaos and silence over arguments that lead nowhere. True kindness does not mean constant self-sacrifice. It means giving from a place of fullness, not from a place of exhaustion. When your peace is intact, your compassion becomes clearer, your words kinder, and your presence more powerful. You stop reacting from fatigue and start responding from wisdom. You stop pleasing and start living. So do not let anyone make you feel guilty for choosing yourself. Rest is not selfish. Solitude is not pride. Saying no is not cruelty. These are the boundaries that keep your soul alive and your purpose clear. Remember, even love needs space to breathe, and even light needs protection from the wind. Guard your peace like something sacred, because it is. It's the quiet strength that allows you to stay kind in a world that often forgets what kindness really means.